Here we are in my Google Drive, and here are a bunch of forms I've created. We're going to click on one that I created for the chamber when we had a mayor breakfast speaker series. Here you can see that we created our own title, and then we created the question that we wanted to ask the public, which was, do you have any questions for our speakers? And then they wrote in an answer. And I wanted to show you here that if you had more than one question, you could, for example, put name here. And it sometimes gives you the thing that it thinks is best, like right here, it shows short answer for us, but you can have it be a paragraph or multiple choice or checkboxes or a drop-down menu. And that has a lot of different options. So moving on to show you, this is where you create the form, and up here is where you can see how other people will look at it. So this is what other people see. You know, it's much cleaner and nicer. That's what people will see when they click on the link that you send them. But going back to the side where we edit it, this is two tabs. This questions tabs is where you create the form, and this responses tab is where you see what people are sending back to you. There are three different sections in this responses tab: summary, question, and individual. Summary just gives you all of the answers people sent in. Question gives it a little bit more by, since we had two questions, here's all the responses from the first question and all the responses from the second question. There are no responses from the second question because I created that just now, but here are all the responses that people sent in when we had this a couple years ago. And this is the really neat tab though, the individual. This is the one that would allow Julie to print forms to put in student folders, because here you see that we have the 11 responses. And if we flip through, we see the different responses that people sent in. So we could go and print and have these individual forms to put in student folders. So it could be like student 1, and here's all the responses, and we print out the form and then put it in the folder. And the last thing I'll mention is that we are able to create spreadsheets, which is really neat because we can have the paper form and we can also have the digital form of the data. And the digital form is going to look like this. Here's when they sent it in. Here's that test question that we created just now, so there are no answers, but here's the answers that I was showing you earlier from people sending in questions to the mayors. Now, let me know if you have any more questions. I'm super happy to answer them. I really like this stuff.